I'm Timothy Gassen. They call me the AZ Puck Man. I've been following hockey at the University of Arizona for more than 30 years. And this is my Wildcat Hockey Report. Welcome to the Wildcat Hockey Report. I'm Timothy Gassen. I'm with the head coach of the Wildcats. This is Chad Berman. Coach, we're coming near the end of the second semester of play. It's been a very good one for the Wildcats, but I know as we get closer to that national tournament, you're preaching to your troops that you want to see more consistent play from them during a game for all 60 minutes. We've talked all semester or all year about how you have such a young squad. How do you teach consistency to such a young hockey team?
Yeah, I think consistency is the first step to really understanding how to take that next step into winning. So the thing with consistency is the effort's got to be consistent, the focus and execution needs to be consistent. So, I think with a younger group, this time of the year we start tapering down the duration of practices. And I think a younger team can maybe take that as that we cut down on the exertion of practice, and that's not the case. We want the quality of our habits to be consistent, and that's really where consistency comes from. So if we're going a half hour, 45-minute skate, that's going to be at max speed with complete focus. And we'll keep it short. We'll keep the duration short, but the habits have to remain.
Now, at this stage of a hockey season, injuries are a part of every team's roster. It's just going to happen. Now, of course, we want our Wildcats to get back and healthy in the lineup as quickly as possible, but do injuries give an opportunity to other guys on the roster to enhance their role and show their value to the team?
Yeah, without question. I mean, you never want to get hurt, and right now we're going through a bit of a stretch where some key guys have been out, but they're coming back soon here. I think it does generate an awful lot of opportunity. If you're going to be good in March, you better have depth, and so it challenges guys. They put them in situations they may not have been in, so that if it happens in the tournament, they're more prepared. It's getting more minutes for other guys who may not have. It's given opportunity for us to see maybe this is somebody we haven't looked enough at, and maybe they fit in a different role. So, like anything in life, there's opportunity in everything, and so hopefully there's an opportunity to get some further evaluation and get guys on board here.
And finally, we're heading toward the most important hockey days in Tucson. And that's when Arizona State University comes to town to play the Wildcats. We'll end the regular season here at the Tucson Arena against ASU. You've already won the Cactus Cup, the overall series against ASU this year, but I get a feeling this squad has a little bit more to prove against ASU in these last two home games. What do you want to see from your Wildcats in these last two games against Arizona State?
Yeah, I mean, every time we play them, it's a reset, right? It doesn't matter what happened the time before. It's what are we going to do today? We always want to beat them, no matter what it is we're competing at. You don't have to go very far in this campus to understand that. So we're always excited to have them in town. The crowd's going to be big. It's going to be loud in here. We want to give them a reason to yell. Not to mention, those are the last two games we have before the national tournament. So we want to be running in all cylinders. They say you want to peak at the right time, so we're trying to change our best every time we step on the ice, and hopefully Friday we're great and Sunday we're excellent.
Again, it's a Friday-Sunday series for these two games with ASU. You mentioned the national tournament, so I'll just ask you one last question. This has been such a remarkable year for Wildcat hockey. The program has taken such leaps forward, both on the ice and off the ice. What do you have to say to this amazing community of hockey fans here in Southern Arizona and Tucson and at the University of Arizona that continue to support this Wildcat hockey program?
Yeah, we couldn't be more grateful for your support and the way you guys come out. We need your support. It's critical. And in return, I don't know a better way to return a thank you than to keep winning like we are. And all I can tell you is, we've got 15 new guys in the team, so we're a young team. We've got a great base to build from. We've got a good start in our recruiting class, so we think we can add to a great team already. Again, the only way I can say thank you enough to you guys is to win, and so we're making it our mission to bring a national championship back home so we can celebrate right here at Center Ice with all these special fans, and I just can't think of a better way to say thank you.
Well, we look forward to seeing you and your Wildcats take on Arizona State and then see what you do in the national tournament. This has been head coach Chad Berman. We'll be right back on the Wildcat Hockey Report.
Welcome back to the Wildcat Hockey Report. I'm Leah Merrall, and I'm here with Orion, Olsen, and Sean Ozment. Guys, you're both seniors on this team. You've been through a lot with this program. So how gratifying is it to see how far the team has come in the last few years that you've been a part of it, Orion?
Well, yeah, this is my fourth year on the team. And, from my rookie year to, where we are now, we've been able to get a lot more wins, this past year. And I feel like that you know, that's come from like more than just this year's worth of work. And it's been a crazy journey, but it's really been nice to be able to have quite a few wins this year and be able to enjoy a little bit of a success.
Sean?
Yeah, kind of the same thing. You know, getting here, when we first got here, I transferred, so it was a little up and down. You know, the record wasn't where we wanted it to be, but we also had a pretty good defensive team, probably the best defensive team I've been on. This year, or last year, we had a little offense. This year, we've really got a lot of offense. You can tell by the stats, adding Cuse and some guys like that. So it's been a big progression for us, and I think we're probably ending it the way we kind of want to, right? I mean,
Yeah,
we
absolutely.
want a big one, but right now, I think this is probably ideal for us.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are both seniors, obviously, but Orion, you are a captain, and you know there's different ways you can lead a team. So, what kind of leadership do you bring to this team as captain?
I mean, it's definitely an honor to be able to be a captain of any team, but you know, I like to lead just by example. So I'm not really the most the loudest voice in the locker room, but we got Oz for that to talk a lot. But I mean, I'll chime in and talk when I need to, but I just like to lead, you know, through hard work on the ice and really motivating guys on the bench and making sure everybody brings their A game every single night.
Yeah, and Sean, you know, you don't need a C on your chest to be a leader. So, what kind of leadership do you bring?
Yeah, I mean, I would say being an assistant captain here, and even last year when I didn't have a letter, it's more of kind of just this. You got a bunch of different personalities you try to manage, and Olsen does it the best way possible, and that's lead by example and somebody that's going to bring it every night. I want to say I'm a little bit older, so I don't know if I can do it. No, I'm just kidding. But right now, you know, it's just for me, it's just to be loud, be heard. When guys aren't listening, just kind of try to teach. Because, you know, we've been around for a while. We got some young guys here, a lot of young guys this year. We got 15 freshmen. So just kind of get in somebody's ear when you have the chance and kind of know what buttons to press when you can and sometimes when you can't. So just lead by example in your way and then try to get in people's ear if we give a shot.
And it's coming up, it's the last weekend against our arch rivals, Arizona State University. It's also the last 2 home games for you guys as seniors. So is that emotional for you? Like, what does this weekend mean to you guys? Orion?
I mean, absolutely, it's emotional. It's been a long journey, and we played those guys a ton of times. So, I mean, with 2 games left against them, it's just, I guess the motto is going to be leave it all out there because there's nothing else to save it for. I mean, as hockey players our entire lives, you know, we've always been big competitors and whatnot, and thinking about hanging up the skates kind of brings, you know, a knot to my throat and makes you feel pretty sad, but it'll be fun to be able to go out against those guys and be able to really have a good competitive test on the ice.
Yeah, for me, it'd be ideal for a violin to be playing in the background right now, real slow. And but you know, I had this opportunity last year. I had the senior night last year, and I've done this before. And last year, I kind of thought about it. And going into this year, I had a chance to play again. And last year, I was looking back, thinking about it, and I would honestly say those were probably the 2 best games we will ever play in our lives. You know what I mean? We came back, we had a shootout win. We needed these wins to hopefully go to nationals, which ended up not working out. We got a big shootout win and a lot of adversity in there in the last week of the season. And we came back 4-0 in the last 10 minutes of the game or whatever it was. This place was rocking, and just knowing going into that, hopefully the same atmosphere, but hopefully, you know, we're up the whole time this time and we can just pump these guys. But
yeah.
It's a sad. I mean, it's a sad way to end a story, but it's also it's pretty gratifying for us. I think
Yeah, absolutely.
We kind of can hang our hat and just kind of see where this program goes forward, and just hope for the best.
Great. Well, thank you so much. This has been the Wildcat Hockey Report. I'm Leah Merrall with Sean Ozment and Orion Olsen. Thanks for watching.